In this tutorial, we're going to be creating a character controller in Unity. We're going to be using C# to create a state machine rather than the typical spaghetti code character controller script that has everything mixed together. We're going to have a number of animations and blend trees to seamlessly transition from one thing to another. And we're going to be covering some basic locomotion, so we'll have states from basic movement at different speeds. We'll have falling, jumping, landing, transitions, and we'll also include a blend tree for the vertical speed so that we can interpolate to a free fall animation as well. To start this, we're going to structure it in such a way where you can evolve it yourself later on. So we'll separate the actual the mesh and the avatar from the actual player object. So if you want to download a different character from Mixamo, which we're going to use for animations and our rig, you'd be able to just use anyone you want. Just drag it into the player object, and as long as it's got the locomotion animator script we're going to write, as well as an animator, you should be able to just swap in anything you want. You may have to import textures, but that'll allow you to have a much more interesting rendered mesh than the Ybot that we'll use in the tutorial itself. But yeah, that's what we're going to create. We're going to go into the code in much more detail in the blog, but at a very high level, we're going to implement our animator, which just wraps the Unity animator itself. We're going to create a controller, and this is where our actual movement logic will be. We're using Unity's built-in character controller to actually do the movement, but this just encapsulates any logic on top of that. And most of this tutorial is focused on the state machine. So we'll have a state machine implementation, and then we'll have a variety of states that will be focused just on the basic logic they need to execute each update. In this case, movement, applying root motion translations for the animation, and input rotation from the controller, and then conditionally switching to an idle state as an example. So the code's available on GitHub. You can either follow along on the tutorial, or you can just download it and have a play around. I hope you like it, and thank you.